Are you ever gonna address all that stuff, the rumors and all that stuff that's going on?
No.
No?
No, because to me, I
Yeah,
don't,
because
I don't
it,
see
and
the
I'm
point.
like, it's
And
all clickbait.
it is, and I feel like that's what they want, you know? Like, they want me to speak my... And then, like, when you do that, you just make yourself seem like you blow the situation up more.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know it's not true, and I know, like,
It's
people
all
who have 2
nonsense.
cents know it's not true.
It's like every week it's a clickbait video. It's like,
Yeah,
let
it's
it go.
always... I hate to say it, but it's always, like, black girls. Like, I hate to say it, but it's always, like, black girls.
But, you know, what I'm saying with the colorist thing is you guys are fair-skinned women and are non-black. And she has an issue, apparently, possibly, with black women.
I hate to say it, but it's always, like, black girls. They're always making... This isn't their first time. Those girls made videos about me before.
Like that little
like
stupid...
If these allegations are true, they're actually theft and fraud, right? If they're very serious issues, if you're not going to address it, fine. You cannot be claiming to earn over $60,000. Yes, she did say this. And at the same time, not be able to refund people's money. You know, all this, I'm cleansing my energy, cleansing my vibe. You are the bad vibe in this situation.
When I went, I thought I was the only person, but now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, many. You know, you have a problem when it's more than one person. You could be humble enough and be like, yes, guys, I'm wrong. I'm going to listen to what you're saying.
Exactly.
I'm going to work on it. But no, she blocks everyone and moves on with her life from country to country.
I thought she knew, like, more Egypt. Like, she literally didn't know anything about Egypt at all. And I realized she just likes to stay at the hotel. She's like a hotel junkie. I think she likes to go to, like, cool places, like the pyramid, take pictures, go back to the hotel, and just chill. I don't think she really explores. You know, I even asked her about my plane ticket back home, and no reply. So 2 hours passed, no reply. So I'm thinking, like, okay, I'm just not gonna, like, hang out with her. She's broke. She's just straight up broke. My time was short, so I just wanted to, like, see everything, do everything. So I just did, like, my own thing the past few days, and still haven't heard from Maryjane, you know? At this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna buy my plane ticket back. And I'm still messaging her, like, every day, like, hey, what's going on? And then finally I'm like, hey, I just booked my ticket back home. I'm not sure what's going on. And then she's like, oh my God. And then she replies, she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But I realized, you know, on Instagram, like, it tells you if someone has read it or not. I noticed that, like, that thing turned off. So she kind of, like, set it private or something.
Okay.
I didn't know you could do that, but that's what I noticed. So I don't know if she read my messages or not. Because when she opened it, it didn't say, like, read or anything anymore. When she actually opened it, it replied back. So I'm like, I don't know. So I thought that was weird. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I told you already I booked your flight back. And she's like, also booked as a spa day and all this stuff. But, of course, she said that because those are the days that was like the day I was leaving. So I couldn't do it. So I had a feeling she didn't book any of that anyways. I mean, come on, I'm not stupid. So at this point, I'm just, like, not a fan of her. I'm just, like, upset. I'm just like, okay, could you, like, refund me my money? And she's like, sure. She's like, could you actually meet me at 12 downtown? I booked us a walking tour, so I actually paid $300 for this. So I'm like, sure, I wanted to see her one last time, just so I can, like, still bug her about, like, paying me back and stuff, so I needed to see her. It was my last day in Cairo, so... And she was, like, an hour late to, no, maybe not an hour, maybe, like, 45 minutes late to showing up, and this lady came up to her, she's like, hey, are you Elena? Because obviously I don't look Egyptian, so... So she was nice, and I asked her, I'm like, hey, could you tell me how much this costs? Because my friend bought it, you know. She's like, oh, it's $50. So I'm like, oh, it's not $300. But it's in my mind, I'm like, it's not $300. Like, does she think I'm, like, stupid? I don't know.
So I text her at the airport, like, hey, like, you know, how am I getting to the hotel? And she was like, oh, you have to, you know, like, you have to pay a taxi to, like, you know, get to your hotel. But she hosted the same trip, like, a week prior
2 weeks prior to my trip, and I seen her pick up the girls from the hotel. So I'm like, airport. So I'm like, why the fuck she ain't pick me up from the airport? Like, this shit unprofessional as fuck. And then the next day come, this was the yacht day. Again, she cancels our yacht day because she has skydiving school or whatever the case may be. So yet again, we have to sit here and find us something to fucking do for the day because you throwing our fucking itinerary off. Like, why would you make this fucking piece of shit if you're not gonna fucking follow it? Like, I'm real life baffled and fucking confused at this point. So the second day go by, I'm pretty sure that was our day to do what the fuck we wanted to do because it was so last minute. That's when it became a problem. So the third day was our yacht day. But at this point, some girls in the group already had a problem with Maryjane I was unaware of. So we get to the yacht or whatever. So she was always saying like a private yacht. Y'all know I love a little motherfucking yacht tours. A little fucking private yacht. So I'm in line and it's this like family behind us. So, you know, I'm very outspoken. Why they behind us? Like they get on the boat too? She's like, oh no, this boat's just for us. So I'm still watching because they real fucking close to be on a boat that's just for us. Like, get y'all ass back, it's Corona. Come to find out, they're on the fucking boat too. Fuck. Oh yeah, she was bragging about how she paid $4,000 for our private yacht, all this type of shit. Of course, we do our own research. The bitch paid $40 per person for that fucking shared boat tour. But the last 2 days, we were on our fucking own. Well, last 3 days, we were on our fucking own.
And moving forward, she just kind of ignored a lot of my texts. And I found it odd how you can respond so quickly up until getting my money. But once you got my shmoney in your possession, you was Ghost Casper. She would make excuses like, I'm at a wedding. You called me while I was asleep. I'm gonna book it. Literally, can you imagine 2 weeks before your flight, not even having anything booked? She does it so beautifully, where as I was communicating with her initially on March 16th, she booked my hotel before she even got my money. To really have me believe that this is set in stone, like I'm about to get flew out. I'm about to get flew out. I mean, you ain't flying me out, I'm paying for this. Because of her inconsistencies, literally days before the flight, I get no flight information. On the day I'm supposed to be flying, I'm paying $175 for a new PCR test after she originally told me the first date I was supposed to take it, that has expired. And so I went and took another one thinking I'm about to fly that same day. And that doesn't happen. So about 3 days later, on April 8th, my trip was originally supposed to have been from April 5th to April 10th. So on the 8th of April, I decide, hey, I'm no longer comfortable proceeding with you because you've been inconsistent and, to be quite honest, unprofessional. Therefore, I don't think I can trust you in a country that I'm not familiar with.